Is this working? Yes, okay. Now, I made a discovery. This morning, don't ask me why this worked. Okay, so first of all, I woke up at 4:30 again. I don't know why. And after about a half an hour of trying to sleep, I decided to give up and just get up. So then it started bothering me why I couldn't get my program to work. And I did a lot of stuff. What time is it now? 6:40. Since then, I've been trying all manner of things. I tried that dependency walker tool, but it's basically unreliable. It throws tons of false negatives and false positives. I tried the Lucas G dependencies tool, which is quite good, but it didn't help me solve my problem. And then at some point, I was looking through some GitHub error threads, or issue threads rather, on MSys. And some of the errors that I've been seeing can be explained by the package cache being out of date. So I just did a pacman-syu again, and that fixed my GDB. Don't ask me why, but GDB hasn't been working properly, but now it is working. Well, it was always working in my base, like just regular Windows environment, but it wasn't working in the MSys environment, or at least not fully. But it's working now, as you can see on the left. Now, what I did is I don't have debug symbols in the lib event DLLs that came with MSys, but I stepped through the assembly, and to my surprise, I actually found the problem. So let me restart this so I can show you. Is this it? Yeah, okay. So we'll go through the code here. Then we enter this event-based dispatch. Now at this point, oh shoot, I had to do step by there. 1 second. Oops. Okay, so now I do a step by. We don't have any source anymore. So now we'll go to the Reg's layout. So I basically did this for a while. Now this event-based dispatch is just a wrapper around event loop. And all it does is it sets the last parameter to the function to 0, which is why it's zeroing out EDX here. Now, to help me, I mean, I'm not that great at reading assembly. To help me, I opened up the code for libevent here. This is the libevent. And eventually it's going to call this Win32 dispatch function. We haven't quite made it there yet. Just, well, ignore this for now, but we'll get there. So we keep stepping the instructions. So we're just pushing stuff on the stack, a bunch of code that I didn't even think about, a bunch of stuff I don't know. Actually, okay, it will be worth it to check this event-based loop. It'll be in my history. Oh, maybe not. Well, actually, no, I don't think it will, because I actually don't think I did look at event-based loop at all. Anyway, let's just leave this function open because we're going to need it in a second, and also let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. Okay, let's just keep going here. Whoops. Eventually it calls this evthread impl get ID, which I did step through this, but there was nothing interesting in here, so I'm just going to leave that function. I hope you don't mind. We keep going, keep going. I didn't think about any of this code. I only looked at calls and rets, basically. Okay, so now we do, no, we're going to skip over this. This is some thread stuff that I'm running this single threaded, so it just skips over that code completely. Then there's this call, which I have no idea what that is. Oh, that's what it is, Win32 dispatch. Yeah, so we get into Win32 dispatch, and I looked up the code here. Now, this fd set copy is basically a wrapper around a memcopy, and it's used for calling select. I don't exactly know why, but anyway, it's basically a wrapper around memcopy. Keep that in mind, because eventually we're going to get to 3 calls to memcopy back to back. This function got inlined into Win32 dispatch apparently. So we're going to keep going here. Okay, here's the first call to memcopy, the second call to memcopy, and the third call to memcopy. Okay, so what happens after that? We do an error check, which actually this error check does succeed in the sense that there's no error. And so we keep going. So here we're going to skip over a bunch of code because there was no error. Oh, maybe it's here that we jump over the code. Yeah, right there we jump over the code because there was no error. And then we do this call here. And it's going to jump into this imp select. This is something I know about WinSockets, or WinSock, is that, or no, maybe it's a libevent thing. Anyway, somebody figures out what implementation of select to call, and I think in libevent you can change a global variable to change what mechanism it uses behind the scenes to wait for events. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because if we step in here, we're actually in select, and this is select inside WinSockets. Okay, so we do some stuff for a while, and then I wasn't really following it too closely, so maybe I should step through more carefully, but at some point select encounters an error. And now the way that select works in WinSock is that it doesn't return an error code. Instead, it, well, you'll see here, it will call a function to set basically the Windows equivalent of errno. So let's keep going, let's keep going. For some reason it jumps into this get name info at some point. I don't really know why. It could also just be GDB here getting confused about like what function a certain code is in. Yeah, this get peer name thing, no idea what this is, but we're just going to keep going here. I think I did fin to leave this. Oh, no, I'm already out of it. Okay, I better not hit fin or I'll miss the thing I'm trying to hit. WSay, oh, I definitely didn't see this before. WSay unhook, blocking hook. Oh, there we go. Get handle. Oh no, this is all fine. Okay, that we're definitely, I don't want to sit and step through that because I didn't have to last time and it wouldn't be helpful. So we're going to keep going here. All I'm really trying to do here is show you the thing I discovered earlier that helped me find the problem. So you see this rex.w. I actually don't know what that instruction does. Hold on, let me look it up. Oh, it's a prefix. It's rex.w call. Something to do with 64 bits. Just some architectural nonsense. Whatever. I don't care. Okay, we keep going. And now here, what you'll see is this is going to call some function. And this is a very interesting function to us. RTL set last Win32 error. So I looked up this function. Okay, 1 second. RTL Win32 set error. And it does exactly what it sounds like. It basically sets errno. And it just takes one argument, which will be in RAX. And it has the value 10038. And I was like, great, finally. We have an error code to work with. So I looked up the select error returns you can get. And check this out. One of the descriptor sets contains an entry that is not a socket. Or, well, sorry, I jumped ahead here. If you click on this, that 10038 is this WSAE, not SOC. So finally, the problem I have is so simple, it's so stupid, is that I'm using libevent to wait for events on standard-in. But standard-in is not a socket. And so select from winsock doesn't work. And yeah, that's the problem. So yeah. Yeah. So this setting up libevent library, I know that there's a way you can change what call it uses behind the scenes, but I don't think we're going to get anywhere with that. Well, no, it should. I wanted to use WSA poll because I think that should work. Man. Or I just need to think of another way to handle standard-in. Or I could just look up this problem directly. 1 second. Win32, or no, Windows libevent standard-in. Okay, libevent set choose wait function. I know there's a way to do this. Okay, winsock select standard-in. You may be wondering why I'm not showing my browser window. It's because it's probably not a good idea to do that while because I can't turn off the suggestions, or maybe there's a way, and there's nothing weird in my suggestions. In fact, in one of these videos, I explained each one why I asked it, but it's probably just better not to do that. So idea number one, figure out how to use libevents to have it use WSA poll instead of Windows select. Idea number two, somehow make standard-in a socket. That's a bad idea. Well, actually, maybe it isn't. Winsock, make standard-in a socket. Windows libevent wait for standard-in. God, man. Man, there's no solution that I can find. Well, that's not completely true. I could put all the networking in one thread. I could use another thread. It's just so horrible. It's so horrible. Is that really what I'm gonna do? Make standard in a separate thread just so I can support Windows? uh, Let me think about how to do that. Okay. Live event Windows support. Let's see what they claim to support and what not to support. I mean, there's nothing to do but just try it. I mean, and, you know. So let's just do it. One thing I'm gonna do is move this to there. And open up my editor and put that on the screen. Ugh, this is so horrible. But how am I gonna, oh man. So I'm gonna have a lib event loop. Okay, I need to get the two processes to talk to each other over a socket, or the two threads to talk to each other over a socket. Now the typical way to do this is socket pair, right? I've never actually used socket pair before. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist on WinSock. All right. Um, I'm assuming that WinSock doesn't support Unix domain sockets. Oh, it does. But I don't know how to use Unix domain sockets, so I'm not even really sure why I bothered to do that. Okay, well, let's just do it. So, um, first, let's actually see if we can even. Oh yeah, we got some bad work to do here. Ugh. Uh, MinGW 64. Git. No. Which one is it? This. I think it's this. I do need to figure out how to make this makefile work, whether or not we're in Windows. Oh, come on. Maybe it's this? I don't think so. I don't exactly understand the different prefixes here. I normally have to get the one that says MinGW64 in front of it. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. Maybe it is this one. Oh my god, what is all this? Git sucks, man. It works, but it sucks. What was I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. Before I start editing this, because I made some changes, because some of the code changes I made here broke the Linux compile. So I had to make a couple of changes, and I pushed those to Git, and I just want to sync those up before I start changing code here. Oops. Whoa. Whoa. What? Why is everything... Line endings. Oh, no. Oh my God. How do you fix this? What is it? Get. False. True. Oh, hey, that actually worked. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's right. Whoa, how come it didn't ask me to... It's weird. Man, what's going on here? What? Fine, I will go use my other terminal that I use only for Git. Or, well, actually... Why is so broken? So broken. I'm just going to do this in my other... Well, no, I may as well show you. There we go. That's what I expected. What did I just do? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see, I see. Okay, so now we can reload that. And now I can show you the other terminal again. Okay, so... I'm going to go in here. All right. Okay. Okay, great. We actually found pthread. That's nice. So now, void stupid Windows standard into socket fix. Now how do we do this? How do you find a free port? Actually, I don't know how to do that. I don't think I've ever known how to do that. Socket, find free port. bind the socket to port 0. A random free port will be selected. You may retrieve the selected port with get sock name. Fascinating. Get sock name. Ah, very cool. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Well, okay, it should return an int so that we could return a status code. So now we will do, well, I guess I can do, I always forget how to do this. Whatever, I'll just copy it from one of my other files. I don't know, like here. AF inet sock string 0. You know what? I should use my OS common because I know how to do it and I just don't want to mess around with. Yeah. Okay. Now. Bind to a free port. And also let's do include, I know, define magic as 0x. I don't know. I need a magic number. Faffadaf. Okay, so now we will do, so remind me what fixrc does. WinSock bind, what does it return in the case of an error? Oh, socket error. What does fixrc do? Yeah, socket error. Well, whatever. We'll just do bind. Oh, now we need a struct sock addr. Man, is it in? For local address dot man sock addr in. Local address dot syn family equals AF inet. Local address dot syn port equals 0. Let OS choose this. Local address dot syn addr equals. Now, this is in network byte order, so we will do H2N L 0x 7f dot 0 0. Can you do this in C? Apostrophe in number. Yeah, it doesn't exist in C. Actually, couldn't you use address any? Ah, yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at the man page here for socket. Um, when a process wants to retrieve new incoming packets, it should bind. In this case, only one IP socket may be bound to a given pair, address and port pair. When in address any is specified in the bind call, the socket will be bound to all local interfaces. When listen is called on an unbound socket, the socket is automatically bound to a random free port. Oh, no, that's for listen. But anyway, yeah, we want in address any. Whatever that is. Okay. So now the arguments to bind are, we need the file descriptor. I normally call this SFD, actually. SFD. We need the address of this struct that we just filled. If RC equals socket error, printf could not bind stupid standard in listener. Sock stir error. Sock error no. Okay. Now we also need a void stupid standard in socket forward thread. Well, I'll deal with that in a second, although we do need, I think this actually needs a void star arg. And then the next thing we need is get socket name. Does that exist in WinSock? Get socket name. Yeah, great. Figure out what port was used. So now we will do any return values. RC is equal to get sock name of SFD. We'll just reuse the struct, why not? Actually, it's better to do this, come to think of it. I mean, we gotta be very, like, we have to do this. Checking for errors and printing messages. Fine. Because if we don't, we will be in the world of having to friggin' step through the assembly like I just had to do, which I don't really want to do again. could not call get sock name, whatever. Okay. Oh, int local port native is equal to n2hl of local adder.syn port. And now it's been a while since I've used pthread, but I remember it not being too difficult. So is there anything else? Oh yeah, I need to do listen. Equals listen sfd1. Okay. So now start other thread. So it will call connect. Now, RC is going to be pthread create. So do this guy. Now what I can't remember is what to put for these other arguments to pthread create. Okay, we can use null here for default attributes. Oh, right. This is not where the function goes. The function goes here. And also this returns a void pointer. I didn't know that. Oh man, we're gonna have so many problems with threads. This is gonna be a nightmare. I just realized, like, we gotta do this. Man. We gotta do both of these. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so now what we need here is, I think is it just called thread T or something? Oh, pthread T, TID. And then for the argument, we can just take the address of local port native. It's fine. No, it's not fine. Static, here is the port. Okay. If RC is less than 0, printf did not start thread. Okay. Actually, I don't need this to be non-blocking. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Because I want the call to accept to be blocking. Make blocking call to accept. Now we're really in trouble because we need to clean up the other thread, which I actually don't know how to do. It's like pthread cancel or something. Send a cancellation request to a thread. Yeah. Pthread cancel TID. Close socket. Actually, This is actually sockfd, I don't know, SFD2. If equals invalid socket. Close socket, SFD, return, and this should actually, yeah. Okay. Although we want to close this anyway. Okay. Return SFD2. I think that's it. So now the only thing we need to write is this function here. So at the end we will do return null, and we need to do oh, wait a sec. We need the file descriptor. Static. Oh, no, we don't need the file descriptor. We're going to make a new one. Oh, but what if we can't? Technically, it's possible that we can't create a socket in the second thread, and so this accept will wait forever. Is there a way to set a timeout on accept? You have to use select. You know what? Just whatever. To do. Make call to accept via select pull so we can set a timeout. I don't want to do that right now. You may as well kill the program. It will now hang. Okay. Struct. We're almost there. Sock adder in, I don't know, adder or connection address or something. . connection address dot syn family will be AF inet. Oh, what do I use? Address dot syn address dot s Azure. It's going to be I know H2NL 0x Oh, actually, maybe we can use inadd or any for this. I don't know. We'll find out. Connection address dot syn port is equal to, here is the port, and actually H2NS. Now we will do RC equals bind of SFD address of connection address, size of connection address, if RC equals socket error, whatever, I'll just copy this and cannot connect, close the socket, okay, bind, what did I do bind for, not bind, connect, man, okay. We're getting there. Put S stupid standard in forwarder connected while one RC is equal to read standard in file no we don't need to make that a stack variable. Well, whatever, let's not. Yeah, what? RC equals 0. We will close socket, SFD, return null, else if RC is less than 0, whatever, just whatever. Now we will do while RC is greater than 0 and num written equals. So now we got to do, I think it's right, or socket right, or sock right of SFD buff bytes left minus equals num written, and of course we will check if num written is less than 0, put s some heinous error occurred. You know what? Just whatever, man. Let's just assert it, okay? Kind of getting tired of writing all this code. I just want to move on with my life. When I say tired of writing this code, what I'm specifically referring to is this this stupid ass like workaround that I'm resentful of having to do. Does this work? Okay, so first let's just see if this compiles. I'm sure there's some errors I'll have to fix. SFD. Argument 2 from incompatible pointer type. Oh. Fine. We'll give it what it wants. Did I not just fix that? I'm getting deja vu. Did I not just fix that? Okay. What about this? Makes pointer from integer without a cast. Man, get sock name. What did I do wrong? Oh. Oh. Fascinating. Well, whatever. Whatever. That's interesting. And now we will do the address line argument should be initialized to indicate the amount of space it contains the actual size. Okay. So this is going to be equals size of local adder. Assert len equals size of local adder. Okay, great. It compiles, but now we actually need to call it. So now we will do int standard in fd shoot, what is this type? If util socket t. If Windows standard in fd equals invalid socket, put s, did not apply standard in workaround. Oh well. Just, I don't know, go to, I give up. it's pretty, it's usually frowned upon to have braces inside of preprocessor stuff, but yeah, whatever. All right, place your bets. You think this is going to work? I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. But hopefully, at least, we'll get a nice error message that tells us why it didn't work. Oh! Allow access through the firewall. Could not connect stupid standard in listener. The requested address is not valid. You may as well kill the program. It will now hang. Okay. The requested address is not valid. Yeah, so this thing about in address any was, I guess this just doesn't work. Let's try maybe 0 or H2NL. The requested address is not valid. The requested address is not valid. That is 127, isn't it? I'm not crazy. Yeah, 7F. Dot 0, 127.0.0.1. What am I doing wrong? What if I try 0? I don't think I've tried that. I think in address any is 0. Yeah, didn't think so. What do I use here? The requested address is not valid in its context. Wow, what? All right, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Network to host long, right? Oh wait, long. No, short. That's why. Okay, actually this might work now. Although I want to try putting this back to in address any, because I think that is correct. Okay, it's not correct. Host to network long. Stupid standard and forwarder connected. but event-based dispatch still returned -1. Well, there's no choice. We gotta do this again and figure out what the heck is wrong with it. I wonder if I can do... Nah, I forget the name of that function though. Okay. So everything's connected. Oh, whoops, that's why I didn't change this. Okay, it was simpler than I thought, luckily. This needs to be... Man, how come I didn't get a warning about an unused variable? Ah! Is this it? Did this finally work? Oh no! Oh, where did my assertion fail? Line 206. Oh, man. Oh my god, dude. Okay, okay, maybe we need sock read. This thing from my, this is defined in my, you see? Yeah. Maybe that'll help. I'm probably gonna need to make this fix in other places. Ah, yes, finally. Well, I mean, this is just step one of like a million different steps. I guess we'll run through the basic tests, so let me remind myself how to do that. Luckily, I wrote it down. Start the echo server. Okay. I'll do this on another terminal. Okay. Start a server with ncat. Oh, geez, do I have ncat on this computer? nc, ncat. Ah, ncat. Wow, I can't believe I have it. I must have installed it at some point. -l-p 3000. Okay. Start tunneler, and in its Lewis CLI, type the following. TC is equal to connect 127.0.1 2323. Wow, socket opened. The tunnel is going to be TC tunnel 2000 127.0.0.1 to 3000. Connect to new tunnel with ncat localhost 2000. Let me open up yet another command prompt so I can do that. Ncat local, this is exciting, localhost 2000. Ah! I can't believe it. Ah! I can't believe this worked. No way, dude. No way. Let's just make sure that some of the other stuff is working. Great. Okay. Wow. Wow. I cannot believe that worked. And I also can't believe the amount of trouble I've had to go through just to make Windows happy. But that's a victory. That's one for the victory books, as they say. Okay, error on forward tunnel connection with port 3000. This is the connection was forcibly closed by the remote host. Remote host cannot open tunnel. Ooh. Why are we getting this message? Open tunnel response. Well, whatever, that's okay. I don't really care. Before I discover more problems, I'm just going to feel good about this victory, and I'm going to push it all to Git and be happy. That is an unbelievable... Okay, there is one more thing we need to do. Make file different... I don't know. Make file test OS. Yes, okay. So, if ec, I'm just typing this up from Stack Overflow. Actually, I should put a link to it, shouldn't I? Make has the same problem as Git. It works and it sucks ass. Anyway. Do all this bullshit. And let me just go get the original version from Replit here. Although I don't need these, do I? Well, I'll just leave them. Okay, does this still work? I think it does. Let's just double check. Okay, great. And then if I go here, and then I do oh, connection timed out. That's quite interesting. Connection timed out. Lua ref count is now 2. We got problems. Oh, yeah, I guess it's okay. I don't understand why the ref count went up, but... Why does that timing out? Did I close the echo server? Oh, I did close the echo server. Okay, so it's a case of a bad debug message. And the echo server, I'm running it in another terminal. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, great. So now we got a couple of things to do. First, so let me handle the OBS. Also, some nice music playing right now. What am I listening to? Oh, this is Quantic. Man, I had never listened to Quantic that much, but recently they've been popping up in like my recommended playlists, and I've been really enjoying all the stuff I've heard from them. Anyway, focus. I got work to do. Do I have to escape these? What? Okay, whatever. I don't care. Well, I care a little. Whoops. Got punch. Great. Now, what we need to do now is make sure that this still works under Linux. So turn that off, change this to that. And now I can close all these things I opened to try and figure out this problem, and also all the man pages for writing stuff. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, check that out. Okay, so now does it still work in Linux? Yes. Great. Well, I know what I need to do now. I need to try this using Minecraft. That's the whole reason I made it in the first place. That's not completely true. I have other uses in mind, but the number one use, let's be real, is for video games. So let me go bug my friends and see if any of them are available. Man. Man, I can't believe I got it working. I really had to do a lot of stuff to get it working. Okay, there is something I can do while I can wait for my buddy to answer there. This is probably ill-advised, but now, what do I need? I have this tool I downloaded. It's the dependencies tool by Lucas G on GitHub. This. All right, let me share that window. Okay, open. And let me go find my exe and figure out what DLLs I need to ship with it. So WS2 should already be there. Ooh. WinPthread DLL. Probably need that. And we definitely need this libevent DLL. What does this depend on? Okay. That's okay. And then what about this? That's good. That's okay. It depends on this, which we already need. So yeah, if I send the exe along with this libevent DLL and this libwinpthread DLL, we should be okay. By the way, this dependencies tool, I actually found it a long time ago when I was doing some other thing. I was making a program that simulates an FPGA. Well, it doesn't simulate an FPGA at the silicon level. It's basically just pretending to be a DE2. It just runs a stupid Verilog simulator, you know. Anyway, point is, I had to ship out an exe and get it working on all the students' computers because this was during COVID and they all had to work from home. And my God, it was a nightmare. And without this dependencies tool, there is no way I would have finished it in time for the course to start. This dependencies tool is one of the best things ever to show up on the internet. Yeah, and it works really nice, really smooth. So let me create a beta release on GitHub, I guess. Is that the thing to do? Figure out how to do that. Let's just do that because I'm waiting for my buddy to answer anyway, so. Okay, so Explorer, projects, tunneler. So what's the best way to do this? Okay, let's do create a new release, Windows Alpha. Man, I need to think about version numbers, don't I? I always forget how this works. Okay. Windows Alpha build. Let me think about this. Oh, so what is this going to be? It's going to be I guess I'll put a V for the word version. So this is going to be version 0.0.0. I don't know. What's the difference between alpha and beta, honestly? Hold on, I kind of want to know what people use to mean what. Software difference between alpha and beta. Ah, interesting. So alpha is like internal, where all the testers like have access to the code and can poke around inside of it, and beta is just like um, similar. You might still be doing it internally, but generally it means sending it out to users where they don't see the internals of the code and they're just testing it. So that's interesting. Okay, now I need to make attach binaries by dropping them here or selecting them. Ah, okay. So now I can grab that exe. I kind of want to rename it. Huh, interesting. And now I need to upload those DLLs. So let me go follow that path there. C, msys, mingw. What was it? Bin lib event. Oh man. I just need the one. Yeah, okay. Just this one DLL. And then I need, what else do I need? This libwin pthread 1. Now, is this going to make a zip, or do I need to make a zip? Well, let's just see what happens if I do this. We weren't. Fine. v0.0.0. Man, I don't know what to use as a tag here. You know what? Let's just call this alpha RC1. That seems good. So while we're in alpha and beta, I'll just keep ticking up these RC numbers. And then once I actually release it, yeah. Ah, shoot. I wanted these to be a zip. Okay, 1 minute. So, oh, you can't see my screen, can you? I don't know why you can't see it. This is kind of messed up. You can't see anything. Oh, suddenly it just turned on. Yeah, you do need to put it into a zip yourself, so let me do that. So I'm gonna make a new, okay, here, window capture 2 will be my Explorer window. Let me do this and that. So what I'm going to do here is do a new folder, which is going to be win releases. And I'm going to add this to the git ignore. Okay. And now if I go and type out a git status, I shouldn't see that folder. Okay. So now I will create a new zip folder called alpha rc1. And actually I'll call it Tunneler alpha rc1 in case people will need to download it. And then I will copy the exe, paste into zip, right? Okay. And then let me just open up a second Explorer window, which you won't be able to see, but I'm just going to do that to find the MSys there. MSys min-gw bin, so I need the lib event. Copy, paste, and I need libwin pthread1. Copy, paste. Okay, great. So now I can go in here and edit this. Oh, actually, quickly, I can't rename it. Tunneler. Okay, great. So get rid of these, get rid of these, get rid of these. And I think I should just be able to do this. Okay, great. That should do it. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for today. Later, I will get my buddy to fire up Minecraft and we'll see if it works. I hope it works. Because how exciting would that be? Also, let me message my other buddy. Okay, yeah, let's turn off the stream. It's nice I get a